everybody? It's your boy here, Eddie, talking time at 6. We're back here again for another episode. This episode's with your boy Wicked. Free Wicked. Your boy Wicked's still locked up in the penitentiary. Hey,
Hey,
Wicked.
yo, what up? It's your boy Wicked. My apologies on taking so long to get back on this, but yeah, man, sometimes it's so noisy over here. It's like a jungle, so gotta grab these quiet moments when you can. But what up, though?
Where are you from and how were you raised?
So yeah, man, I'm from Wichita, Kansas, Dub K 316. Yeah, middle of the map, Midwest. And how was I raised up? I'd have to say hard working, despite all the circumstances and everything, but I come from a really hard-working family. Like, we grew up really poor. And my grandpa and them, my grandpa and my grandma, when they came over here, like, they worked hard for what they had, They was the real, trying to make the American dream as far as, he owned his own houses, started his own barbershop, owned it, Like, and that was my example. And my mom, like, we as my grandpa got older, he suffered from diabetes and stuff, and he started losing all the stuff he worked hard for. So, we got really poor, and, we had to figure out ways too. Like, that was one thing I learned from my mom, because my mom would hustle really hard, and, that was something that was instilled in me early. Like, if you want something in this life, you got to go get it. And you can't just sit around waiting on no handouts. Like, if you want it, figure out a way to get it, work hard, push yourself, get up daily. And that's something, like, I push on myself to this day.
You went in as a child. You're now 41. 25 years is a long time. The hard 40, bro. Like 16 to 41. You went in when you were 16.
Yeah, man, that's crazy when I think about it. Like, these 25 years went by pretty fast. It's a trip, though, because, like, it's hard to explain that to people when, if I tell them, I came in at 16 and, you're just a kid, Think about a 16-year-old thrown into this prison with, the worst of the worst, like murderers, rapers, like everything, every criminal element you could think of, and you got to find some type of way to navigate that, find some type of way to, survive in here. So, yeah, it's crazy, but, I look back on these 25 years like, man, where'd time go? Like, I was just happy that I got a few little mustache hairs, and now I'm over here old. Now I'm over here wondering where my hair went, It's crazy.
What led you down the wrong path, homie?
On that one, it's like the environment I grew up in. And, that's just what it was. That was the culture of where I'm from. And, I see people now, and they're trying to get into those lifestyles. They're trying to gangbang, and they're trying to, trying to be thugs and shit. But for us, it wasn't like we were trying to be that. That's just what it was. Like, people doing drive-bys, people selling drugs. Like, that's just something we was born into. That's something we grew up since little kids watching. So, that naturally just, you're going to fall into that, and that's what happened with me, just being around it all day, every day, and just, at that time I felt that was right, because I didn't know no better.
Okay, so Wicked, how did you get locked up? And what were the charges? What led you into custody? If you can speak on it, you don't got to get into great details. If you can just speak on what you can speak on.
I can't really go into, like, extra detail on that, just for, legal reasons, but basically, long story short, man, what I was saying on my earlier question about, the environment we grew up in and, drive-by shootings literally every week. People are dying left and right, and that's what it was. So part of the reason I came in here was because of that, got involved in a drive-by shooting, and that led to me getting a life sentence. And like I say, in like all my interviews and people I come across, like when I speak about that, like don't think I'm glorifying that lifestyle or don't think that's something like I'm proud of or something I promote, because it really isn't. Like if I could change that night, if I could change, what happened, yeah, I would do that in an instant, because like so many people was affected by that. So many lives was changed, and people don't understand that until it's them, or it's, it's their family member, or it's them that's sitting in a jail cell. So, like, I don't want people to ever think like, oh, he uses that and he tries to glorify gangbanging, and it's the opposite, actually, like, that's what motivates me to this day. When I come across people, or I see kids that were my age at the time and thinking like how I used to think, like, oh man, it's cool to do this, it's cool to be a gang member, it's cool, you know what I mean? And I try to reverse that to where they see the reality of what really goes on in here, the reality of the consequences of living that type of lifestyle,
You worked with so many big. Around what age did you turn it all around? Because all I can see is a hardworking entrepreneur who works hard on his music and beadwork. You got your record label, etc.
Yeah, I really had a big paradigm shift, like they called it, whenever I had my first son, because before that, I just had that mentality, like I didn't care about nothing, because I had a life sentence, I'm in prison, like I don't care, so I was just wilding out, like, fighting the guards, stabbing people, the worst you could think of, that's what I was doing. Just because it's like there's no hope at the end of the road, so who cares, But when I had my son, it just changed all of that, because like I never really had my dad, and I was blessed enough to be in a situation to where I had my son, and like even from in here, I wanted to be able to provide for him, and try to give him a better example to look at than the things I was doing. So that really just shifted everything for me. And you usually hear about a lot of people in here, and they're always got all these excuses, and they always got their handouts, wanting something from somebody. So I didn't want to be that. I wanted to be the opposite, So yeah, so like for me, like whatever I would see would make money, that's what I would try to learn how to do. And whether that's music or beadwork or drawing, like I taught myself all those things because I would look at other people and I would see like, oh, this dude's drawing portraits, so he's making money doing that. Oh, I'm gonna figure out how to draw now. Or, oh, this dude's doing beadwork. Let me figure out, hey, show me how to do that. Teach me how to do this. And I'm still like that to this day. Like if I see somebody doing something that's making money, hey, show me. You know what I mean? I'm never too like big-headed to think I can't learn something else. Hey, because there's so many different ways to hustle in life. You know what I mean? People just think, oh, selling a sack is the only way to hustle, but really, there's so many legal ways to hustle. It's crazy.
Snoop Dogg and Master P even say free wicked. I say free wicked. Everybody's saying free wicked, including myself. You're the number one person that wants yourself out, obviously. You want to do more things on the outside. You can help out a lot more. Obviously, be with your two sons, and you can help so many youth not go down the same path as you. You worked with so many big names in the rap industry, such as The Game, Crazy Bone, Bizzy Bone, Stupid Young. These are just some of the examples of the big legends that you've worked with. Let us know a little bit about how them people are to work with.
Honestly, I've been blessed, man. I've been blessed to work with a lot of big names, and that means a lot to me. Like I sit back and sometimes I just trip out on it. Like if I'm watching a movie and I see The Game, or I see somebody, I just got off the phone with, and like, damn, I'm watching them on TV and I'm over here, doing music with them, talking to them on the phone like it's nothing. So yeah, that's humbling for me. And you know, a lot of these dudes, man, you know, I mean, they ain't no different than us. You know, that's why I tell a lot of people, like, these people that you see are successful, you know, they're the same like us. They think like us. They bleed like us, you know. The thing is, like, they just went and put in the work. They went and did what they had to do to get themselves to those levels. And, like, a lot of them dudes, man, I enjoy working with them because they're humble. You know, even though they got this success and they got all this money, you know, they're still humble people and they still, you know, try their best to do what they can to help me. And a lot of that's because a lot of them has been in the same situation. And I guess that puts it on a level where they can relate better than people that haven't been in this type of situation, you know. So, yeah, man, shout out to everybody I've done music with, man. Like Stupid Young, The Game, Mozzie. Hey, and especially, hey, the dude I give a lot of respect to, man. I give a lot of, you know, I'll do anything for is an artist named King Locust. Like, this dude, he's really the one that put me, like, opened the doors for me when a lot of people was closing the doors. And he didn't want nothing in return. He wasn't, you know, out to get no money from me. None of that stuff like that. It was just like, he's been locked up before, so he knew the struggle. So when I reached out to him, it was just like we was family. I was top, like, yo, what you need? How can I help you? What can, you know what I mean? And those type of people like that, like, you know what I mean? That's the type of person I am. So I got nothing but respect for them type of people like that, because it's like, if I can help you, I'm going to help you, because it's genuine. You know what I mean? Because you come across people in this industry where it's the opposite of that. All they want is the money. They ain't there to try to help you succeed or nothing else. Just pay me. Here's a track. Get on about your day. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, shout out to King Locust. Global mogul. Everything he got going on over there and stuff, man. Shout out to everybody I've done music with. And, like I say, man, if you locked up, and even if you ain't locked up, and, you know what I mean, you trying to reach out and you trying to do something, because, musically, hit me up. If I can help you in any type of way, I'm going to do it. And also, too, like, I just started my own magazine called Unlock the Magazine. So if there's any artists out there, poets, people that got a story to tell, you know what I mean, hit me up, freewicked.com, or hit me up on my Instagram, freewicked. Look me up on my email too, wickedmusic82@gmail.com. Yeah, man, I'm trying to provide that platform, you know what I mean? I'm trying to open the doors that people wouldn't open for me. So the magazine's actually starting to take off, and that's something I'm really proud of, because, you know, a lot of people get overlooked because they don't got a big name yet, or they don't got a big following. So for me, I'm the opposite. I'm the one rooting for the underdog. I'm the one that's trying to, you know what I mean? I want to see us all shine. So hit me up if you can, man. It's all love. Appreciate everybody that's listening. Appreciate everybody that be supporting me, supporting my music and stuff. It's all love. Yeah, free wicked till it's backwards.
Wicked, we appreciate you coming on the show. We're going to put all your links down in the description below. Anybody you'd like to shout out, or even just anything you want to say?
Hey, also, man, much love to you, bro. Appreciate you letting me get on here, you know what I mean? Speak what I got to speak. Everything you got going on over there, you know what I mean, and what you be doing. You know, it says a lot about you, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't reach out to people who's incarcerated, so, you know what I mean? Much love to you. Talking time in the 6.
Thank you so much. Everybody that watches this, like, subscribe, share. Everybody, Free Wicked. Go check him out. Go check out his magazine, his music, his link, his description will all be in the description below. All right, everybody. We'll see you in the next one.